Hey guys, welcome to Drop Time, the self-proclaimed #1 podcast that covers the latest sneaker releases. We're your hosts with the most.
This is Jamal.
This is Luis. Make sure to check us out on Twitter at @droptime_ and also on Instagram at _droptime.
All right, today is May 23rd. Almost finished out with the month of May, just about a week left. But don't worry, we have a very, very busy week coming up, just as busy as what we saw in the previous week. But before we go break down what we saw in the last week, let's give you a quick rundown of what we'll see coming up. So first, on Sunday the 23rd, not going to see anything. Monday 24th, we are kicking things off very strong. We're going to see the Nike SB Dunk Low What the Pauls. We'll also see the Air Jordan 1 Mid Black and Gym Royal, as well as the women's Air Jordan 1 Low Panda for Europe. Then on Tuesday the 25th, we'll see the Nike Dunk Low Easters for Europe, as well as the women's Nike Dunk Low Black Free 99 also in Europe. And then on Wednesday 26th, we'll finally see the Nike Nocta Cardinal stock that got delayed. It'll supposedly release on the 26th. And then we'll also see the Nike Blazer Low Sacai Magma Orange and Classic Green. There's going to be two different colors of those Blazer Low Sacais. And then on Thursday 27th, we'll see Supreme Week 14, as well as two new MMW Nike Zoom 004s. There's going to be a Rust Factor and a triple black color. Then on Friday the 28th, we will have the Air Jordan 1 Mid Purple Pulse, the Nike Dunk High EMB Lakers, Nike Air Griffey Max 1 Varsity Royal, Women's Air Jordan 3 Rust Pink, and finally the Nike Air Force 1 Experimental USPS Postal Ghost. And then to end off the week on Saturday the 29th, we'll see again a wider release of the Nike Air Griffey Max 1 Varsity Royal, that supposedly Adidas Yeezy Foam Runner Mineral Blue, and Adidas Yeezy Foam Runner Sand. So yes, there is plenty for you guys to go after, plenty of good stuff to try to get. But before we explain each drop for this upcoming week, let's give you a rundown of what we saw in the previous week. You have anything to add so far, Luis? It's definitely that was a decent intro. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Dude, that was like 2 minutes of just you talking about what's coming out.
Yes,
like what came out.
that was just upcoming, not even what we saw.
That was a little bit too long for,
Hey,
but
give it up to Nike. They're not stopping anytime soon. That's the thing. It's like, what is it? Every single one is Nike except for two Yeezy runners. Every other thing is Nike.
Yeah. No, one thing I do want to talk about before we actually go into the recap and everything. Yesterday, what was it? Yesterday, what was it yesterday? 22nd. I went to Flight Club in LA. I don't know if you guys watched the stream.
Okay, you're bringing this up.
We got to talk about it. It's part of
All
drop
right.
time.
Yeah,
I went to Flight Club in LA, and I go live and whatnot, because I've been wanting to go live for a while. I've been hinting at it in the podcast. I've been telling Jamal, like, you know what, man, we should do more content, like live content in LA, when we're in the area. And so I went, and I was like, yeah, I'm dropping these Kobe's off, like the Hall of Fames just came out the other day. I'm gonna go drop them off, show you guys like a Flight Club and whatnot. So I get out my car, my brother's car, and I'm walking. And I passed by Flight Club and it's still closed. I didn't know it was still closed. So it's still closed and whatnot. So it has graffiti and whatnot and everything. And I get to the drop-off location where it was at before. And it's closed. And I was like, what? Like, what am I going to do now? And I was live. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, I don't know what to do next. Like, I don't know where it's at. Like, what if they're closed too? Because it was a Saturday and I don't know if they're closed.
Isn't that part of live streaming? It's live.
It's live, and I was like, bro, I don't know what to do anymore. So I'm like, I'm gonna get off until I find the place. So I'm standing of where I don't know if the 100 is still there. It's right next to Dave's Hot Chicken, and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do now? And then I'm walking around, and I see a guy standing there, and I see a sign that says "Goat." I'm like, what? And I'm like, is this for a Flight Club? And the guy's like, yeah, you dropping off? I'm like, yeah. He's like, just get in line. I get in line, and I drop off, and I was like, damn.
And never live streamed again.
I
like you didn't even show the Kobe's. That was the whole point of that whole thing, was to show the Kobe's. You didn't even show the Kobe's.
Well, the thing is,
I still didn't even get to see them. You didn't even send me a picture. I said when you get them, send me a picture. I want to see what they look like. None of that happened. Instead, we get a we get a live stream of nothing.
some guy was like, "What are you live streaming?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to Flight Club." He's like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, it was funny, bro. Like people around me, they're like moving away from me when I was live streaming. So
I like how it's in LA. Like that's a normal thing in LA, but it's still, I feel like it'll always be just an not awkward, but somewhat awkward thing in public. What the heck?
that was a phone call. We'll do that in the podcast.
What's that phone call?
But
Whose ringtone is that?
that's my ringtone.
You have to leave that in now.
I will leave it in.
There's no other option. That's oh my gosh, how you have a ringtone like that?
It's a meme. It's a meme.
All
But
right.
but yeah, that was like a whole thing. I guess live streaming in LA. Is that something that you guys would like to have in part of the content?
Yeah,
Jamal,
so I can actually see the dunks. Or no, the Kobe's. I mean the Kobe's.
Oh, hey, that's something we can sprinkle on later about the dunks, later in the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, to go into a recap, yeah, on Sunday 16th we didn't have anything. Monday we didn't have anything, but the week basically started on Tuesday. What happened on Tuesday, Jamal?
So on Tuesday we saw the ambush by Nike Dunk High Deep Royals. Yeah, as expected, definitely a very, 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 very hard shoe to get. Resale on them was 180. Resale, I guess, somewhat as expected, sitting at 375 to 450, a bit higher than I was thinking. I was thinking they'd be a bit lower, but I guess I was anticipating for whatever reason. I don't know why I thought that stock would have been a bit higher, just for the fact of what are they on, the fourth color?
Yeah,
Something like that. So it is what it is. Congrats to anybody that was able to get them. It's a dunk, so if you really want to know about if I got them, it's a dunk. I think that kind of explains it to anybody that has listened to this podcast for at least one episode, because it's brought up every single episode. Were you able to secure a pair, Luis?
nah, I took an L, dude. Like last week I did go for like a lot of the releases, and I did get something, but we'll bring that up.
Yeah,
later
you
in the
got the
podcast.
best one of the week, but he
Yeah.
still wants to sulk about everything else.
But yeah, I didn't take the dub on this one, man. Yeah, I was pretty bummed out, bro, because I've been trying to go after these ambushes for quite some time, and it's just been like L after L, man. But they say two L's make a W, but so far they've just been piling up on top of each other. No W has formed.
I guess at some point one will have to break out.
Yeah, at some
But
point.
that was it. That was the only thing that we saw on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday was the first thing that we saw, Luis.
So on Wednesday we saw the women's Nike Dunk Low in the Photon Dust colorway. So this one came out on sneakers. Retail $100, currently reselling for $200 through $300. This one, dude, this one's pretty hard to get, dude. That's why the resale number is what it is right here. Did you get this one, Jamal, or it's the same thing? You took a L.
Same thing. I mean, it's tough for these drops that are essentially sneakers only. Like, yeah, there's some raffles here and there. There might be a site or two that drop online, but those sites, I mean, the chances are very, very low. So when it's like kind of sneakers only, at the end of the day, it's tough no matter what. The best thing you can do is enter, but that's kind of the extent of it. You can enter. There's nothing else you can do. There's no like tricks or nothing like that. So it's a hit or miss. You might hit one here and there, but yeah, the success rate is never going to be that crazy. So
Yeah,
all you can do is try.
yeah. I took an L on this one too, dude. I've been thinking I should just make another sneakers account and not use the one I have, because
Or just use both.
yeah. Well, I'm currently using two, so I guess
add a third. Why not?
Yeah, the two I'm using are pretty old. They're like from like how old are they? Probably like 2017.
That's the one thing I've always wondered, because it's always been a thing that, have old accounts or have old Gmails or this and that about age and stuff like that. I don't know how true that is.
I don't know. I think it's pretty subjective nowadays.
Yeah, like you might see it, like it might be like that instance for somebody, like, oh yeah, using old accounts is working a lot, but then for the the vast majority, that's what the word is. For the vast majority, I don't even know if it's making a difference if you have an account that's 10 years old versus an account that's 2 months old.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people like new in the game just getting their hands on every single release, and it's because they not only do sneakers, but they do local raffles. So that's one thing a lot of people just
Yeah.
really miss out on, just the local raffles in your local area.
Yeah, that's true. Especially for like SBs, because it's all pretty much in-store stuff.
Exactly. Oh, it's speaking about, I'll just talk about this later in the podcast. But yeah, that wasn't it for Wednesday. We still had one more shoe that came out. I guess this is the best one out of both.
Oh yeah, this we saw the Air Jordan 4 Golf Seersucker. It's like a pinkish colorway. It's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Very different from any other Jordan 4 Golf we've seen. Retail on them is $220. Resale right now is about $250, $450. So the biggest thing with Jordan 4 Golf, if you are looking to go for these in the future, I expect they're gonna come out with some more colors. I'd be very surprised if they're just done. But if you're looking to go for these, big sizes are the key. So like 450, a size 13 is going for 450. Then you look at a small size like I think like a 7.5 or an 8, they're only going for like 250. So you're not making much money on that, but you go for a size 13, there's a lot of money to be made. So definitely keep that in mind in the future when you're going for something like this. But again, these are not easy to get. They hardly released anywhere. They should have, or I should say, there was a few golf retailers that were showing that they're going to drop them, but they never did. So I don't know, maybe shipment delays, because that is definitely something we're still dealing with in the world, something we're still dealing with for shoe drops. Yeah, it's still a major problem. So maybe a lot of retailers didn't end up getting them. They did drop on Nike, not on sneakers, on Nike. So congrats to anybody else able to get those, though they're not typical easy shoe to get. It was definitely hard and up there. I think a lot of people went for them. That's what kind of made it so difficult.
Yeah.
But that is it for Wednesday. And then you guys already know what Thursday is. What do we see on Thursday, Luis?
So on Thursday, we saw Supreme Week 13. We saw a couple different things. But one thing, though, before I get into the week is, dude, this week was so bad.
Well, I know you didn't even tell me about it. You should have just didn't send anything, and then you realized, oh wait, I didn't send Supreme.
It was like Friday. I think it was on Friday, or was it Thursday afternoon, Jamal? I think it was Friday morning. When I realized.
I think it was Friday.
Yeah, I realized. I'm like, oh, because usually I get excited about Supreme, and I told Jamal early on in the week. I'm like, bro, this is coming out, blah blah, Or he'll ask me like, oh, like, hey, Luis, like, what do you think is good? And we'll just go. Man, it's just phone call after phone call today.
Busy guy.
Yeah, business is booming.
There you go.
But yeah, usually like we'll talk about it earlier in the week, like this is coming out, that ended up coming out, and whatnot. But this week I completely forgot, and it's not just because I forgot. It's just I saw what was going on in the week, and I was like, you know what, this is trash. So it just like stayed in the back of my mind, and then it was like Friday morning. And
I guess is it kind of just like every single season there's always that one week that's just terrible?
I don't know, man. I feel like Supreme ever since it got more mainstream, it's just changing. It's not the same.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, but yeah, let's go into the week 13. So yeah, on week 13, we saw Supreme. The first thing we saw was Supreme Leatherman Squirt PS4 multi-tool. So this retailed for $58. Currently reselling for $70. We also saw a Supreme Sea to Summit self-inflating sleeping mat, which retailed for $168 and currently reselling for $185. This one was pretty exciting, the sleeping mat, dude, because I've been looking at tickets to go to Yellowstone recently, and I come to find out that everything Yellowstone is booked until like I think October or September.
Yellowstone
National Park.
What do you mean everything is booked?
Everything is booked. Like the
like to go inside?
Yeah, the camping grounds, to sleep at the camping grounds.
Oh, to sleep at the camp. Oh,
It's
I was
booked.
thinking just to go there.
No, it's booked. Like I looked, and it's all booked. So, and
It's
I was considering maybe paying a resale for this early in the morning when I was looking at what dropped. But then I was like, dude, like, why should I pay resale if everything's closed? I'm not gonna sleep outside.
That's very true.
But yeah, but back to the release. So we also saw a military. Yeah, okay. When I was doing the recap, this is the saddest thing ever, dude. This military camp cap is one of the top 4 items that Supreme dropped last week. How sad is that a cap is one of the top 4?
That is sad.
You know that the release is trash when a cap makes it to the top 4 items, dude. That is so ridiculous. You know what's more even trash? That the next item, the collab item for the week, is the 4th item, dude, and the resale is terrible.
Yeah,
it is I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on, but okay. So the military camp cap is retailed for $48, currently selling for $75. The next item is the Supreme Vanton leather spiderweb zip-up hooded sweatshirt, retailing $378, currently reselling for $440. Dude, $440? That's shipping plus tax basically right there, dude.
Oh, easily.
And this is the collab item of the week. How bad was this past week, dude? That the collab item is the fourth item, and it's going basically for retail. It's bad, dude. It's bad.
I guess my only I don't know about defense, if you whatever you want to call it. My only thing for Supreme is that I guess nothing can last forever. You cannot keep the level of hype they had forever. Things change. It's just the question is, can they rebound? There's peaks and valleys. You go up, you come down, you go up. Like, so you got a lot of hype, you come down, not much hype, which they kind of been on that not much hype for about a year or two. Not when we're comparing to what it was before. So it's just the question is, are they able to recover from this dip, or it'll keep going down? I guess that's the question for Supreme is, will they ever be able to recover from this, or it's just going to keep going down? Because, I mean, you have to think about it. In past years, before they started selling off the company, was there ever a week that was this bad? No, that didn't exist. There was every single week there was always something. This week to ship nothing.
Yeah, the market shifted a lot.
Oh yeah, but it's also, I mean, you have to consider they're pumping out a lot more product because they have to be more profitable. The only way to do that is either raise your price or sell more product. They went with selling more product, and you have to do more to sell that product. So they can't go release like a few items. You gotta sell more collabs, more stuff like that. But it waters everything down, which is what we're seeing. We're seeing essentially the brand is somewhat being watered down. I just wonder, will they be able to figure things out and go back to what they were before?
I doubt it. I really doubt it, but
I agree. I doubt they'll go back to what they were before. I just wonder if they'll be able to pivot and change how the company is. I mean, we've seen plenty of companies be able to do that, but it's definitely not an easy task to be able to pivot your company.
One thing though that
change the image.
One thing though that we can safely say is that we were able to, I guess, to witness Supreme like back in the glory days. You know, we're actually able to see the company expand, and we're able to buy items that were hype. You know, and make some money on them, and also keep things too. You know, things we wanted. You know, because one thing we got into this actually to make money and to get items that we wanted. You know, at retail prices. So to be able to say that, I guess, we grew along with the brand.
Yeah, it's definitely different than
cool,
it's definitely different than
pretty cool.
Coming in when the brand is already like this. It's definitely it's different. It makes things different.
Yeah, because back then, dude, like BOGOs were like, they were a cook, bro. You got one, you're like, dude, I got a BOGO.
You got one, you got $1,000 right there.
That was
now you get a BOGO, it's like $300.
Yeah, it's not what it is, man. Like there's more hype, I guess you could say, around it now, because pop culture and whatnot had made it more popular. Because back then it was more like a cult following, and the pieces were more rare, and there were less Supreme retailers, you know, because now they have locations in like Italy, the UK, and in the beginning it was just New York, you know, and then LA,
and then Japan.
And then they opened a location in San Francisco,
and then they did UK,
and then
and then they did Milan, and then they did, who else did they do?
They have one in France.
Yeah, so
in Paris.
Yeah, definitely. It's becoming a big company. It's just, can they be big but still be small at the same time?
Yeah, and one thing though,
because that was always the unique thing about Supreme. It was a small company.
Yeah, because we've seen other companies that you can say like Huff, for example. Like Huff has always remained small. Everybody knows who Huff is, you know. We've seen A-Life. A-Life went through a really big phase, like growing, and then now it just kind of like died out.
Now it's just a retailer. They're not like they don't have their own brand anymore. They're just a retailer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they still sell shoes. Like they'll get Yeezy releases and stuff like that, but their own brand, I don't think it's anything anymore. I think they're just another retailer, and they built a good enough name that people go to them to buy stuff like a retail store.
Yeah, because I used to go A Life back in the day, dude, like in LA, to buy my Crink markers, and I bought a couple shirts there and whatnot. Those were one of the places to buy Crink, because there was a lot of outlets to buy Crink, but it felt more original buying it from A Life, because it's like New York and whatnot. So the LA graffiti scene, the New York graffiti scene and whatnot.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's something right there. But yeah, that wasn't it for Thursday. We still had a couple more releases. We had the Nike Dunk Low GS and the Tropical Twist colorway. So GS in grade school, so it came out on sneakers, retail for $85, currently reselling for $140 to $170. I went for a size 7 and I struck out. I was like, damn, because everybody knows
you went
7,
for the hardest size.
7 is the money size, bro. And if I'm gonna go for something, I'm going for money, bro. I'm going for money.
Can't blame you for that.
Yeah, so I went for the 7, struck out. It is what it is. I know Jamal struck out. I'm not even gonna ask him.
You don't have to.
So let's just assume. Let's just save time. So let's go on to the next shoe. Jamal, what else came out on Thursday?
The next was the Nike Dunk Low Lemon Drop. So this was a Europe only release. Retail on them 100. Resale right now sitting about 300, 370. So everybody out in Europe, congrats if you were able to get these. Obviously not a lot of places dropped them, but definitely you were able to secure a pair. You got a nice profit right there. And if anybody likes to take Luis's advice and use a reshipper and actually attempt to get these, good on you, because the more chances you give yourself, the better chance you have to actually secure stuff. Then we also saw another drop in Europe. We saw the Nike Dunk Low Dusty Olive. It's not doing as well as the Lemon Drop, but it's definitely up there. Retail 100, resale right now sitting 250 to 300. So another solid dunk, just like all dunks are. They're all solid. Go for any dunk you can, and that's pretty much all you need to know about dunks. But that was it for Thursday. Definitely a solid Thursday, other than Supreme. But then what was the first thing we saw on Friday, Luis?
So on Friday, we saw the Air Jordan 1 Low in the Ghost Green colorway. So this came out on sneakers and a couple other Jordan retailers besides Footsites. Sneaker retail for $130, currently reselling for $150 through $250. Okay, something I gotta clear up. I guess you can say this was a low, dude. A low.
Yeah, we know it's a low.
Okay, but dude,
we talked about this last week.
I know a low is going for $250.
You have an issue with this?
I don't know, man. The market's being weird, bro.
No, look at it. We talked about this. It's not like a typical low. We talked about this.
Let me look at it.
The ankle collar is completely different.
Yeah,
it's exposed. It has the extra swoosh on the toe. It's not a typical low. It's a very different low.
It's an off.
It's more like it's more like
Oh yeah, I remember the discussion we had.
What is it? It's more like I think it's more like an SB Jordan 1.
The SB Jordan low.
I don't know if they ever did a low, but you know how they did the SB Jordan that has the swoosh on the toe? Who did they do it for?
Swoosh on the toe.
They did it for a skater, and he added the swoosh on the toe, and I don't know if the collar was exposed like that, but it has that look.
Let's just pretend I know. So it was like that one. It was like that one.
Yeah, so it's not a typical low, which I'm surprised that they're labeling it as that, but it's still a bit different.
I'm kind of surprised. $250, that's pretty high on the spectrum right there.
Well, you know how it is. Money's free right now.
Hey, that's true. Money is free right now, man.
So I guess that shows it. People paying $250 for a low.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, $220. Okay, that's I can reason with $220, but $250, that's almost $300, dude.
This is more shocking than the housing market.
Dude, that's housing market. You can housing market. It says 200K. It's actually 300.
Oh, yeah, that's not true. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking to my broker yesterday, and he was saying that list prices, they're not list prices anymore. They're just suggested prices. That's what he's like. I don't even consider them a list price. They're just a suggested price. It goes up from there. That's just a price people throw out. They don't know what the heck it is. It just goes up from there, though.
It's ridiculous, bro. I was looking at houses in Calabasas I think 2 years ago, and they're somewhat affordable. They're I think mid 600.
Yeah, now it's probably 1.2, 1.3.
It's ridiculous, dude. There's
everything everything just before 2019, everything was affordable compared to now.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like Calabasas, okay, that's an okay neighborhood. You know, it's
It's just an okay.
yeah, it's an okay neighborhood. You know, it's
It's
not
an
it's not
okay
that far
neighborhood.
from like downtown.
This guy. I wonder what people are about to say about that. That it's an okay.
So I was like,
I'm be interested to see those comments.
you know, my friends Kylie and Jenner live there. You know, so.
Oh, your friends. Oh. All right. Can you get them on the podcast?
I'm just playing. I don't know them. But yeah, no, I was like, it's affordable, you know, for where it's at, and the people who live around the area for that amount of money.
Oh, that was friggin' nothing compared to now. That's nothing.
Yeah, compared now, it's nothing. It's like you can't even find a decent place there for you can't even find a place with there basically under like 800K.
No,
you can't.
No, that's what I was telling my friend the other day. I'm like, I feel like this. I don't know if you want to call it a trend. I feel like this will continue. This is kind of just this is the new value of money. But I was telling him, I'm like, cash in the bank, not doing anything. Can't buy assets. That's the only way you doing something with your money. It's always been like that, but I think this is just like a wake up call for maybe younger people. Because probably older people know about this already. Through it, but
funny thing,
younger people is that assets are the thing, and I think the way an asset's changing, like what you sent me yesterday, I think the way that I think it's the type of assets you can have a store of value are changing. Like you sent me that Sotheby's is selling Yeezys.
Yeah,
they're doing shoes.
Yeah,
like what the heck are they doing shoes for? These people sell rare paintings and cars, and like what the heck are they doing Yeezys for? To see Yeezys on their site made no sense to me. But maybe that's just it's expanding what their store of value is. It's not just in real estate or in those blue chip cars. That it can be in other stuff. It can be in the lower end cars. It can be in different types of real estate. It can be all the way to the point that it's in shoes that you buy in a Jordan 1 for $250.
Yeah, the market is bigger now. It's definitely weird, and I don't know where it's gonna go. But one thing that we do know is sneakers. And what's the next sneaker coming out?
So we also saw the women's Nike Dunk Low Barely Green. Saw these drop on sneakers. That's pretty much it. Just sneakers. They dropped in the day before so on the 20th is when they dropped in Europe, and then on the 21st they dropped in the US. Retail on them was 100, resale right outside about 165 to 230. So solid, not the best. This is one of the more lower priced dunks that we've seen, dunk lows that we've seen in a while. But
yeah,
don't worry, it's still a dunk low. The hype on them is still too high that it's not going anywhere. Any dunk low, again, any dunk low, you can go for it. Unless it's maybe in like preschool sizes, but any like the adult size dunk lows or grade school, you can go for it. But one more drop on Friday, which Luis, I guess he's kicking himself for. I don't know why, but we saw what was the last thing on Friday that we saw, Luis?
Yeah, so we saw the Nike Air Max 1 Lock KOD Cha. Released on Juice Store, only in Juice Store, you know. Juice Store Hong Kong, not Juice Store USA. They sat on the website for around 15 minutes, so you did get them. You know, they're pretty easy to get. Retail $150, currently reselling for $200 to $400. Like, before we recorded the podcast, Jamal, we usually do like a reading. And Jamal told me the ship these were $180. And I remember when these released on Friday night, I was awake. And Jamal said, "Hey, are you gonna get them?" I'm like, I'm thinking about maybe and thinking about not. And I ended up telling him like, "No, I'm not gonna get them, dude." So I fall asleep, and then I didn't look at these again until today. We're talking about the prices in the market, and they're going for $400.
Well, yeah, if you went for the right size, those sizes did not sit for 15. It was like size 5, 6, stuff like that. They were sitting for a while, but the big sizes went quick.
Yeah, I would have gone for a money size, bro. You know, size 12.
Yeah,
money size right there, bro. But you know, something funny though, money sizes have been changing. You know, because money sizes
that's true.
Used to be like 4, 5, 5.5, and it's mainly settled on 7.
Yeah, but not even 7. There's Jordan 1s. You know how before a Jordan 1 high, you could pretty much anything, not a brick size, but pretty much anything past like size 8, or if it was a nice color, size 9, they were pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're getting size like 13 going for a lot. So like for the, what shoe was it? For the Hyper Royal, was it Hyper Royal? The Hyper Royal and highs, the ones that we just saw released a few weeks back. Size 13 going for pretty much the same as a size 7. It's weird. So yeah, you're right. Like sizes are changing, or just the market is expanding to the point that there's so many more people in it that like other sizes are gonna start selling for a lot because those people might be like there's more people, so there's more people with other sizes that are buying them instead of just like all the smaller sizes.
Let's just blame TikTok.
Alright, we blame TikTok. That's a good call.
So that was it for Friday. Pretty solid Friday. You know, a lot of releases on Friday. You know, a lot of opportunities to make some extra bread right there. And so on Saturday the 22nd, we saw the Air Jordan 7 PSG released on Sneakers and a couple other retailers. They're pretty easy to get. You know, if you wanted these and you tried, you were able to get them easily. They retail for $250. Currently reselling for $225 through $275, which is basically retail plus tax plus ship. You know, so
yeah, nothing crazy,
you know. And we still had a couple more releases on Saturday. It's kind of exciting, you know. Is it crazy? What happened, Jamal?
So we also saw the Alma Money Air Jordan 3s. Retail on them, as we all know, is $200. Resale right now is in about $280 to $500. So it is a women's shoe, women's sizing. Big sizes are going for the $500. Sneakers. That was pretty much it. There was like a few other retailers that dropped, but it was pretty much sneakers. Sneakers was the move on these. Congrats to anybody who was able to get them. You know, it's sneakers, so hit or miss. Not the easy shoe to get. But I mean, it wasn't like the most limited Jordan 3, especially when you're talking about a collab like this. I think that's why we're seeing that 280 as the low. But at the end of the day, money's money, so may as well go for it if you can. But then the last thing we saw, I don't even know why we're talking about this, to be honest, but I guess just because the Yeezy, we saw the Yeezy Quantum Flash Orange. That's all you need to know about that. It's a brick going for under retail. The most expensive size is at retail price, so no matter what you trying to resell, you lose the money. They're $250 retail, resell $195 to $250. I don't even know if I shouldn't have labeled that resell. I should have labeled that something else because that's not resell. But yeah, that's all we need to know about that. And that is the end of the week. But don't worry, because we have a very, very busy week coming up. So this upcoming week, May 23rd to the 29th. On the 23rd, Sunday, we are not going to see anything. Then on Monday, by the time this stuff will already have happened for Monday by the time this podcast comes out. But we'll break it down for you guys because it's kind of obvious what's going to happen since these things aren't dropping in many places. The first thing we're going to see is the Nike SB Dunk Low What the Paul sneakers only. For Monday, we already saw skate shops. It was pretty much all in-store raffles for skate shops. So if you were on the grind and running around and getting raffle tickets, if you were able to win any, congrats, because this is definitely a big shoe. Retail on them $150, expected resale $600 to $800. So solid shoe to cop. And what was the next thing we saw drop on Monday, Luis? Or what we will see drop on Monday?
Before we go to the next one, so
you wanted to break down the shoe.
Yeah.
Say something about it.
So I bought a 9 and a 9.5, and off of a secret drop. We're not going to really go into it because this is so secret. I don't think we can talk about it on the podcast. You know, that's a sort of level.
Even though you were talking about it, I don't think we can talk about it, but let's talk about it.
No, but did I say where I got it from?
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna go.
You just said I don't know if we can talk about it.
But basically, so I got these in a size 9 and 9.5, and the order is confirmed. It was originally it went from confirmed to canceled, and still confirmed because there's different ways of checking the order. So now let's see if I'm gonna get them shipped. You know, if I get them shipped, that's gonna be cool. You know,
of course. I hope you get them shipped.
I hope so too. I'll do a live unboxing. You know. And,
just like he was gonna do a live unboxing for the Kobe's.
Exactly like the Kobe's.
It'll go the same way.
You know, and I entered a raffle to win, and I uncopped it, and I boosted it. So
How'd that boosting go?
I don't know if I win.
Oh, they didn't decide. They didn't choose winners yet.
I don't know. I haven't checked. I should check, huh?
They probably take your $5 and run.
Let's see. Cop date. I'll actually check. I'll check right now. Cop date. Hopefully I won. I don't know. Let's see. Cop date entry. Receive cop date. My list. Let's see if I won. The thing I don't like about the cop date website is that it's so slow. Yeah, it's like really slow for some reason. Like I'll try opening it, and it's just slow, dude. Have you gone on there before?
No, there's no stores around me that use Update. So I've never even looked at it.
That's pretty common here. Pretty common for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, it's not really loading. But yeah, let's see what happens with the Paul. Hopefully I get 3 pairs. That'll be great. Yeah, but. Back to the topic at hand. Yeah, so on Monday we also saw the Air Jordan 1 mid black and
we didn't see it yet.
Oh, dude,
well, I guess you're not wrong to say that. Actually, my bad. We did see it because by the time they hear this, we saw it already.
Yeah, but I was still stuck on recap mode.
I feel you.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna see the Air Jordan 1 mid black and gym red Nike. Black and gym red. It's gonna release that Nike desktop, not sneakers. Bad. But yeah, it's gonna retail for $115 currently. Current resale is $120, $150. So it's like whatever, you know. It's a mid. Mid
yeah, it's a pretty basic color.
They do well consignment stores.
Yeah.
So that's that right there.
Or if you hold
too, because a lot of people they'll see the mid and they'll get confused with like a high because they don't really know about sneakers. So
do you think that actually happened?
Dude, yes, 100%.
No way.
100%. That happened. 100%.
I guess I can't laugh at those people.
It's ridiculous, man. But yeah, like you said, it is what it is. But yeah, that's not it for Monday. We saw one more release on Monday. I think it's pretty hot. You know, what's happening on Monday, Jamal?
So we'll also see a women's Air Jordan 1 low Panda. This is going to be for Europe on Nike. Retail on is $100. Resell right now is $130 to $145. Might not move much just because of the fact that it's only on Nike. But that is what it is right now. Again, Europe only. So Europe getting a lot of love last week and they will get a lot of love this upcoming week also. So what is then the first thing we'll see on Tuesday the 25th, Luis?
So on Tuesday the 25th, we're going to see the Nike Dunk Low Easter. This is going to be exclusive to Europe, Nike Desktop. This is going to retail for $102. Approximately current resale is $160 to $350. That's a pretty wide range right there, you know. What is the good size to go after this? You know what size is? It is the bigger sizes, you know. So this is a women's shoe. Always go for the bigger sizes, you know. When you load up sneakers, scroll down, pick the biggest one, and that's the one you're buying, you know. And this is like we said, this is only going to be in Europe, so reshipper. See what happens right there. If you get them, that's cool, you know. Tag us. We want to see you guys.
Yeah, hopefully they tag us. Something. I don't know if that's going to happen.
I want to see somebody that actually reship, because there's one guy who reshipped something from
didn't he get like a dunk a long time ago?
He got a dunk.
And it was like a good one.
Yeah, it was I forgot the name of the dunk, but it was the furry one, the green one.
Wasn't it a collab?
Or was it the Grateful Dead ones?
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, the green Grateful Dead.
Yeah, he got those. Yeah, the guy from Colombia, he got those, and then we got another guy. He got a pair from Italy. It was like a retro one. It was the only release in Italy. I forgot what it was called.
It was like OG. What the heck were they?
They're the ones. They were ones.
The something ship.
I don't know what they're called, but he got
something
those
ship. The airships?
I think so. Yeah, I think the airship
or something like that.
He got those. So we have had some people who actually follow the advice, you know, of reshipping. But
maybe other people do. We have no idea.
Yeah, since like we only have like 2 people tag us.
Yeah, it's interesting. What's up? I thought everybody likes to flex. What's up with nobody posting success?
I don't know. I guess it's a no flex zone. That song probably caught on too much.
Something like that.
I don't know, man. I might enter a snip of the no flex zone. You know?
Should, because straight up nobody likes to.
Yeah, but that's not it for Tuesday. We still have one more release. What's going on, Jamal?
So we'll also see the women's Nike Dunk Low Black free 99. Again, this is going to be Europe on sneakers. So like Luis said, for women's sizes, big sizes are the ones to go for. Retail on this 100, resale right now sitting at about 175 to 250. So solid shoe to go for. And again, I think it's worth the reship just for the profit margins that you're seeing right now. Resale is sitting at, but yeah. Hopefully no flex zone. Hopefully somebody's flexing on us. But that is it for Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, 26th, first thing we'll see, which was delayed. It was supposed to drop last week, but got delayed to this week. Very last second. Again, Nike, please fix your release dates. It's very annoying stuff. We'll see the Nike Nocta Cardinal stock. So there's... Let me bring this up just so I am breaking it down correctly for you guys, because it's not as big of a drop as previous ones. I think it's mostly they're just missing kind of the gloves.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. But what we'll see is two different hoodies. There's going to be a navy one and a gray one. Both retail for $120. We'll also see two different tees, a navy and a white. It's going to be short sleeve tees. Retail for $45. We'll just see one pair of fleece in navy at $110, and then two different color caps, one navy, one white. So pretty, I don't know if I want to say basic, but some pretty basic collection. Just the only thing that's great is a hoodie, and it's a pretty simple one too. It's I don't know, would somebody even know that this is Nocta if you were wearing it, other than the T that says it on the lower back? It says towards the Nocta, or it says Nocta on the white ones. But other than that, I don't even know if somebody's known that this is Nocta. But it's solid though. It's good. It's clean.
It's okay.
My only thought is that maybe the quality on it is really good. It looks like it's good quality. If it was good quality, by all means, $120 at the end of the day for a hoodie nowadays, that's not bad at all. If it's a good hoodie,
or you can save some money and buy Report. It's cheaper and it's high quality, made in Portugal.
But it's not Drake.
Yeah, you could just imagine it's Drake, you know? Hear some depressing music? Yeah, it's Drake right there, bro.
There you go. But yeah, so I think it's a decent collection. It's going to be a lot of places, so there's going to be a lot of opportunities to get these. It's going to be pretty much as accessible as any of the other collections, if not a bit more. That's the other thing that's missing. They're not doing the puffy jackets anymore. Probably because we're out of winter, so yeah, they're not going to release puffy jackets. I'm surprised they're not releasing anything for like spring summer focused. I don't know, who knows. But yeah, I think it's going to sell out everywhere. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to get. It's not going to be the hardest thing in the world. You'll definitely have a chance to get whatever items you're wanting, so look out for that. And we still have a few other drops. What is the other two things we see on Wednesday release?
So on Wednesday we're going to see a Nike Blazer Low Sacai in two colorways. We're going to see the Magma Orange and the Green Classic. These are set to drop on Nike retailers, but they haven't loaded yet on sneakers. So let's see later in the week what's going to happen. Stay tuned to the Twitter account for the latest information. But they're both retailing for $120. Resale price is similar for both. Current resale estimation is $220 through $300. So definitely something to go after. Keep in mind. And stay tuned for the news to see what's going to happen with these, where they're going to release later on in the week. But yeah, so after that, solid Wednesday, etc. Whatnot. But after that, it's Wednesday. Thursday, also known as Supreme. We're going to see Supreme Week 14. As of now, we don't really know what's going to release. So
it better be something good.
I hope so, because we still have a couple of hot things to release. The season isn't over yet.
Yeah, where's up with the Milan BOGO?
Let's say, hopefully.
The heck they gonna do with that?
Hopefully it comes out, dude. Hopefully it comes out.
Imagine it never does. That'd be terrible.
Hey, sources have told me that they're in LA. So
yeah, I've heard that too. That they're in the warehouse. But
let's see.
I don't know.
Let's see what happens next. Because I want to Milan for personal.
Yeah, it's like one of the better BOGOs I've seen in a long time. Like years. I haven't seen a BOGO like this in years.
Yeah, and it's definitely, the hype is there. Like we've said, like we've been in this for a while, so we've seen the hype, how the hype is, how it used to be, how it is, and how it's gonna be. So this right here is definitely something on the top of the hype spectrum. It's definitely something to be excited about. The Milan BOGO, but let's see what happens with it. Like Jamal said, let's see what happens, and happening on Thursday, Jamal?
So we're gonna see two different colors of the MMW Nike Zoom 004. There's gonna be a rust factor and a triple black. Both retail for a very high retail price of $450, but we already know this because they've released MMW Zoom 004s before. It's definitely a mouthful of a name. Resale expectations, I don't think it's anything crazy. The other ones that have released in the past, they were nothing crazy. Expectations are about $475 to $550. So it'll sell out. Usually they're only sneakers. I don't even know if they're gonna release them any other places other than sneakers. So if you want them, definitely go for them because they will sell out.
Yeah.
But don't expect anything crazy out of it. And that is it for Thursday. And then on Friday, it's definitely a jam-packed Friday. What are the first few things we see drop on Friday, Luis?
Yeah, Friday's gonna be crazy. Probably like 10 days. So yeah, we're gonna see the Air Jordan 1 Mid and the purple Postal colorway is gonna release on Nike desktop, not sneakers. Nike desktop. Okay, so like we've said in the past, do not DM us asking us where it's gonna release because we already said so.
You can still get that DM.
I hope not. It's gonna retail for $110. Currently selling for $130 through $150, so it's some profit right there. We're also gonna see a Nike Dunk High EMB in the Lakers colorway. This is gonna release in a couple different places. It's gonna release on Sneakers Finish Line sites and a couple other retailers. You know, they keep your eyes out on the Twitter account to see where it's gonna release. It's gonna retail for $110. Currently reselling for $140 through $200. You know, it's pretty good right there. You know, like always. You know, we've been talking on the podcast many sizes. What is the money size? The bigger sizes now. So the market's shifting. So definitely shift with the market so you can stay, you know, with it. And that's not it for Friday. We have a slew of things that are left to release. You know, it's almost too many things. Jamal, let's just end the podcast right now. You know,
I don't think they need to know about this stuff.
Yeah, I don't think so. What's gonna happen the rest of Friday, Jamal? What's the
so one? We'll see. This is a bit of an odd release. It's a bit split. I don't know why Nike is releasing a different day than everybody else, but we'll see the Nike Air Griffey Max 1 Varsity Royals retail $170. They've already released at many places, so it's already kind of the resale's kind of set. I just think the high end might drop a bit, but I don't know about the cheapest ones. Right now resale about $185 to $250. Probably prices are going to stay about the same. Might see it at $250 drop down to like $200 if not less, but $185 I think it'll kind of stay $185. We'll see. It's good. People like Air Griffeys. It's an okay color, not the greatest, but they will have a wider drop on Saturday, which Luis will go into who's dropping those. On the 28th, on Friday, they're going to be sneakers only. Then we'll also see the women's Air Jordan 3 Rust Pink. Don't sleep on these. Do not sleep on these. Make sure you do not sleep on these. We've seen what women's Air Jordan 3s have done in the past. Just go look at what's the colorway? That yellow colorway. What is it?
I don't know.
Something orange. I have to look at it. So you guys can go Google it yourself and see what those are going for. Jordan 3 orange. Oh, doesn't want to show up. Jordan 3 orange. Laser orange. So go look up the Jordan 3 laser orange and see what those sell for. Give you an idea what women Jordan 3s can do. I think this is a very solid color. Retail Alma is $190. Expectation of resale $220 to $300. That could outbeat my expectation easily if they end up being pretty much non-existent. Those could the resale expectation could be outbeat and go past 300. But that's kind of the expectations. I think it's a solid shoe to go for. Do not miss out on it, in my personal opinion. Then the last thing we'll see is the Nike Air Force 1 Experimental by USPS Postal Go. So this is USPS, the United States Postal Service. I'm like, it's not United Service. That doesn't make any sense. So we've seen these before. So they were going to do an Air Force 1 low. If I remember correctly, it was going to be an Air Force 1 low.
Yeah.
And it had a USPS stamp on the back of it. But then, USPS had to have a fit about it. And they're like, hey, where's our cut? You using our name. We need our money. So I think it was like they sued them or something. They sued Nike or something like that. Nike ended up having to pull the drop, but they came to an agreement because we all know USPS needs money out there, so they'll take anything they can do to get some money. They made an agreement with Nike and they're dropping this shoe. It's solid. I think it's just, I don't know if it's like hype, but I think it's just, I don't know. It's, it's one of those like odd collaborations and it just ends up working.
Yeah.
So it's like if they did like a collab with like so like the Dunk Lows that they were gonna do with 7-Eleven. It's like it's 7-Eleven. Like what business do you have putting 7-Eleven on a shoe?
They did release.
No, they didn't.
They did. Okay.
What do you mean they released?
If you had the early pair plug.
Okay, yeah, there was pairs that were made, but they did not release.
Dude.
You can't tell me they released if you had an early pair plug. That's not the shoes releasing.
Early pair plug.
Yes, they made pairs. We all know that they made pairs, but they did not drop them anywhere.
Well, if you know anybody,
do you have the early pair plug?
I could have got them.
Why didn't you get them? You should have got them.
I thought about it, and I was like,
"That was the problem. You don't think about it. You just go for it."
I was like, do I really want to pay like a little bit over, over retail for this shoe?
Yes.
And I was like,
look at them now.
I know. I was like, I'll just wait for the release, and then like the release got canned, and I was like, damn, dude.
Oh, it is what it is. There's always another chance. That's the one thing.
Not for the 7-Elevens.
No, but for another shoe, there will be another chance.
Yeah, but
don't worry, there'll be another shoe that gets canned also. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be another shoe. Look, we already had this one. The USPS, the original ones got canned.
Yeah, but it's not as fire as 7-Eleven, bro.
Yeah, but okay, back to my point. I think it's kind of just, it's like the collaboration that's, I guess, to say weird enough that it works and ends up getting hype.
Let's clear something up though before we continue with the podcast.
Sure.
Who has better candy, USPS or 7-Eleven?
Candy?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Exactly, bro. USPS doesn't sell candy, dude. That's it.
What the heck does that have to do with the shoe?
I won.
I'm not, wait, when did I say USPS was better? I never said it was going to be a better thing. I never said it was going to do better than the 7-Eleven Dunks.
Case closed.
I don't even know how this is an argument.
I don't know.
You're like arguing something I was never arguing. But sure. Case closed. Yeah, the case is closed. The argument is dead. Nobody was arguing. You're just salty that you didn't get the pair early, I think.
I just had to throw something to the podcast, bro.
All right. Anyways, I think these will do good.
Content is king.
I think these will do good. The retail on them is 130. Expected resale 150 to 200. So I'm not saying they're gonna do crazy like the 7-Eleven Dunks. I guess because USPS doesn't sell candy. That's the reason why.
That's the reason.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Out of all the things that 7-Eleven does, you're gonna say because they don't sell candy? Not because they have slushies, but because they don't sell candy?
I don't know, man. I feel like bring up.
Come on, that's the first thing that you think about in 7-Eleven is candy, not the slushie.
Slushies are too controversial, man. Because we have.
How? Wait, what? Since when?
We have the Slurpees. We have the Hush Puppies.
Or is it Slurpee, not slushie. It's Slurpee.
The Slurpees, the Slush Puppies, and the Slushies, and then we have the other brand. There's a whole like. Dilemma,
what the heck is controversial about a Slurpee?
It's controversial, bro. It's a controversial like topic to talk about, because
isn't that good? Controversial stuff.
Isn't that
what makes the news? Controversial stuff.
Maybe, dude. It is. But I feel like for the podcast, I don't really want to go into like the whole slush puppy versus slushy versus like.
Nobody was going into that. I'm just surprised that
bro.
the first thing you thought about was candy, not the Slurpee.
What if it becomes like a TikTok trend? Like, let's go into 7-Eleven today to try the slush puppy or like the Slurpee, whatever it's called, and then they go to like 5 separate like gas stations or like I don't know, like retailers like Circle K and whatnot.
I think you should do that.
The challenge, bro.
Yeah, do that.
I don't know, bro.
Do that. You just came up with something. Do it. Go live on Twitter.
That was a fail. That was a failure.
Well, you can make up for it next time when you take your.
It was funny though.
Polls. When you take your what the polls, you can make up for it.
It was funny though. I'll give you that. It was funny. It's like
it was good.
It was like this dude really went to the store and like couldn't find where it was at.
Yeah, but the best is that you just never went back on. You're like, oh, when I find it, I'll go back on. And you just never went on.
Dude, it looks so serious, dude, in the store. Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could go live in the store.
No,
But
you don't ask. You just do it. And I have to tell you, put it away. It gives you some controversial content.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get tackled down by anybody, bro.
Tackle. I don't think anybody about to. There's Corona. They're not about to tackle you.
I don't know, man. I passed by Supreme and those security guards look like they're just ready to just tackle anybody, dude.
On a brick week. It's kind of dumb. Probably everything was still sitting in the store for retail.
You never know, man. I should have gone in, offered them some money, like, yo, let me go, let me get a Milan Bogo.
That would have been a good point because supposedly they're out there in LA.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. But yeah, on that was it for Friday. On Saturday, we're gonna see a couple different releases. It's gonna be pretty jam packed. So we're gonna kick it off with the Nike Air Griffey Max 1 in the Varsity colorway. This is gonna release on Foot Locker and Finish Line. It retails for $170. Currently reselling for $185 through $250. You know, it's a Griffey. It is what it is right there. I've always said this. They look like old shoes. They look like something. I don't know. They just look old, man. I like the silhouette.
From like early 2000s.
Yeah, it looks like some early 2000s stuff. Like, I've said it numerous times. They look like my pair of old Shaq Gnosis I'd wear all the time. But this is gonna resell. It's gonna flip. You know, definitely go for it. The thing that has me super hyped are the Adidas Yeezy foam runners. We're gonna see they're gonna release in two different colorways. They're gonna release in the mineral blue, and they're gonna re-release the Santa colorway at a couple different retailers. So the mineral blue, they're not loaded anywhere yet, but they might release. Well, they are gonna release on Adidas Yeezy in a couple different Yeezy retailers. We'll go further into this topic later in the week, so we'll tweet something out. They're gonna retail for $80. Currently reselling for $250 through $350. So it's, you know, it's pretty good right there. And we're gonna see a Santa colorway re-release. It's currently loaded on nice kicks, and a couple of different retailers are gonna load it later in the week. So we'll post that information later in the week. I've said later in the week so many times. Retail, same thing, $80. Currently reselling for $300 through $500. So what's the stronger colorway right here? The Santa colorway. So definitely go after both. There's gonna be more
easily
opportunities.
go after both.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of opportunities to get the mineral colorway, but the Santa colorway, if you hit one of those, that's money right there. You know, that's some Nobu money. That's some vacation money. You know what I'm saying? You go to Yellowstone, pay resale. You know.
There you go.
But
buy the tickets at buy the entry pass at resale.
Yeah, dude. You know, sometimes you just gotta pay a resale, dude. Because if you don't, then
you miss out.
Yeah, you miss out, man. The hype is ripe, and sometimes you gotta pick it.
It's very true.
But yeah, that's the end for this week's podcast. You know, a lot of different releases, a lot of opportunities to make some bread last week, and a lot of opportunities to make some bread this upcoming week. You know, so definitely be on your tippy toes to see what's gonna come out.
And make sure that you follow us over on Twitter. That is the main place, is Twitter. And the key to the success is you turn those post notifications on. That is how you get notifications, alerts on when we're tweeting things out. We tweet out shock drops when things are restocking, and then you get the links for the drop, so you'll know when it's dropping, where it's dropping, everything like that. That is the key to your success, is the Twitter and the post notifications. Then you can also find us over on Instagram. You want to see some early pairs and then see updates on what's dropping the next day, you'll be able to go see that over on the Instagram. And for the podcast, you can find us on all the major streaming platforms, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and then also we upload it to YouTube. So if you like YouTube, you like to listen to stuff on YouTube, there's nothing to watch, but you like to listen to stuff on YouTube, you can find us over on YouTube, and you can subscribe to the channel, comment, everything like that. What is it also? You like the videos on YouTube? Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, and enable notifications.
There you go. So you'll be you'll get a notification just like the Twitter. You'll know when the podcast comes out, so you can listen to that. So you know exactly what to go for in this upcoming week, what not to go for, everything like that. But we appreciate it, and get ready for the craziness that we're going to see this upcoming week.
Thank you for listening to Drop Time, the self-proclaimed #1 podcast that covers the latest sneaker releases. On behalf of the Drop Time team, we wish you good luck, good health, and good vibes all around. Peace.